This video is going to cover the first part of Chapter 12, Risk, Return, and Capital Budgeting. In this video, I'm going to introduce the concept of beta. Before we start, let's review the market portfolio. So the market portfolio is a portfolio of all assets in the economy. So by all assets, I mean all the assets, all the stocks, all the bonds, all the treasury bonds, treasury bills, all the real estates, and all the commodities. It's not possible to construct a portfolio to include all those assets. However, in practice, we can use a broad stock market index to represent the market. So for example, we can use S&P 500. We can construct a portfolio that includes a weighted share of all the companies in S&P 500. And this portfolio is a market portfolio, or we can call it a proxy to the market portfolio. And the beta is the sensitivity of the stock's return to the return on the market portfolio. So I will introduce you an example to see what this sensitivity means. So here, so they have been 6 months. The market return or the return for the market portfolio is positive 1% for the first 3 months and negative 1% for the next 3 months. And the return for a single stock called Turbot is as following in the table. So in the first 3 months, the market return is positive 1%, and the average return for the single stock is positive 0.8 plus 1.8 minus 0.2 divided by 3 to get the average. So the average return for Turbot is positive 0.8%. So we can say when the market was up by 1%, Turbot's average change was positive 0.8%. Similarly, in the next 3 months, in months 4, 5, 6, the market return is negative 1% on average. The average return for Turbot is negative 1.8 plus 0.2 minus 0.8 divided by 3, which is negative 0.8%. So we can say when the market was down by 1%, Turbot's average change was negative 0.8%. Okay, and to calculate the beta, we need to use the average change of the company divided by the change of the market. So the average change for this Turbot company is from negative 0.8 to positive 0.8, which is 1.6%. And the market change was from negative 1% to positive 1%, which is 2%. So the beta is 1.6, the change of this company divided by 2, the change of the market, which is 0.8. Okay. So in this example, we have the beta for Turbot is 0.8. We can calculate beta for all the companies. Okay, we use the change for those stocks and comparing to the change of the market portfolio, we can produce a beta for each of those companies. We can see some companies have larger beta. For example, the US Steel here, it has a beta of 1.85, which means on average, if the market is up by 1%, this company will be up by 1.85%. And vice versa, if the market is down by 1%, this company will be down by 1.85%. So it's very sensitive to the market. And some company is less sensitive. See here, the PGE, if the market is up by 1%, this company will only up by 0.23%. Okay, similarly, if the market is down by 1%, it will only on average be down by negative 0.23%. So it's kind of stable, or it's less sensitive to the market change. Okay, and we can calculate the beta as a regression. Okay, so if you plot things into a graph like this, say each data point here is the market change, and so the x-axis is the market return or the market change. The y-axis is the stock return. Okay, say for example, if we use this example, in month 1, the market return is 0.1%, company the stock return is 0.8%, and we plot this into the graph. So we find a point here. The x-axis, which is the market return, is 1%. Y-axis, the company's return is 0.8%. We can find a point. We can draw plot a point here, and we can do this for each month. So we get all those points, and then we run the regression. We fit the line here, and the beta is actually the slope of this line. Okay. So for this graph, we are using the data for the US Steel. Remember, the US Steel is having a beta of 1.85, and that's why the slope is kind of, it has a larger slope. This line has a larger slope here. Okay? We can also do the same thing for the PG&E. It has a very small beta, okay? And if we plot a line, it will look like this. Okay? The beta is small. Yes, it's only 0.23. Okay, so the beta is also the regression or the slope of the regression. Okay, if we plot in the run the regression with the market return as the x-axis as x, and the company or the stock return, the single stock return as the y. Okay, the beta is just the slope here. And if we have multiple companies in our portfolio, the portfolio beta will just be a weighted average of all the single stocks you have. Say, for example, if we have 2 stocks, the portfolio beta will be the fraction of portfolio 1. The fraction of portfolio in stock 1 multiplied by the beta of stock 1 plus the fraction of portfolio in stock 2 multiplied by beta of stock 2. If you have more than 2 stocks, you just adding them together. Okay, you're adding the weighted average, the fraction of each stock, multiply the beta of each stock, adding them together, and that gives you the portfolio beta. Okay, so let's do a recap, do a summary here. So first, in last class, remember we talked about the diversification. Okay. And by diversification, by including more stocks into our portfolio, we will eliminate the specific risk comes from each stock. So we can reduce the risk level of the whole portfolio. However, the risk cannot go to 0 because the market risk cannot be eliminated. Okay. Again, the diversification can decrease the specific risk, but they cannot eliminate or we cannot reduce the market risk. Okay? And again, the beta we talk about today of the portfolio will be the average of the betas in the securities in the portfolio, as this formula suggested. Okay. Next, if we own all the SP 500 indexes, you will have an average beta of 1.0. Why? Because if our portfolio has all the SP composite index stocks, so by definition, it's a market portfolio. So for the formula for beta, you have an average beta, okay, which equals to the market beta. Okay, so you have the portfolio beta. So you have the portfolio beta equal to the so your portfolio beta will be the portfolio return divided by the market return, and portfolio return will on average equal to the market return because you have all the SP 500 as a portfolio. So by definition, the average beta will be 1. Okay, so that's a quick recap for today's class, and next we will talk more about this beta and the meaning of it.